DJ talking loud, make you laugh like Sabina. DJ talking loud, I'm talking loud. DJ talking loud, make you laugh like Sabina. DJ talking loud.
I dey like it to spend my money. If I like the body, everything what you like it from me. Come make her out the body. The body, the body, the body, body, the body. One you must speak Yoruba. Me penny there. Soft chocolate, rush off my money. Soft chocolate, my soft chocolate, rush off my money. Let's go.
Welcome to another exciting conversation we're having with artists all across the world. Not here in Kenya, not in Uganda, not in Nigeria, not in the US, but we are crossing all the borders. And today, Kenya meets Nigeria. We're having a conversation with King Perryy, the hit maker of Man on Duty and a couple of other tracks. Before I preempt a lot of what is happening in this conversation, we're also getting to speak about his latest EP dropping in a few days, so be checking that out. But first, let's get to hear what the artist had to say about his music. Welcome to the interview, the Continental boy, the citizen of the world, the man on duty, King Perryy himself.
Thank you. I'm great, and you?
Yeah, I'm really doing amazing, and I'm excited, of course, being a fan of your music from back then. Man on Duty, of course, we just have to get that off to the table right away.
That's it.
That was a banger. Maybe a little, before we get to know about you and the latest projects that you have, a little information on how Man on Duty came to be, and how was that working with Timaya?
That's like my first time to ever work with Timaya, and Man on Duty is like literally the lyrics says everything, because I finished school, and it was like the end of the year. I just finished my school, like university, and I just graduated, and I had a deal. So it was like, it's the kind of life I ever wanted. Money, power, moves, and it does. You get, so it was just me expressing myself.
Yeah. So you finally got
I was on duty.
that you ever wanted
right.
to just do music.
Yeah,
I think you've always insisted that music is all it's been about. Yeah, sure thing. And I was having a look at a couple of the interviews that you've done before, of course, preparing for this one. And I noted that you started music. You said you started music way back when you were 12 years old. And Man on Duty, as you've just said there, something that you did right after college. How was your background like for music? Did you get influence from your family, or do you have people around you who did music at that young age, so that you were set on that kind of path?
Like while growing up, I used to wake up to like different records from like my dad would play like a certain type of like record for us, to wake up to, and likes like reggae dancehall records, and sometimes I have like Fela. So different type of like records. I would wake up, going to school, I would just be humming them. And I also went to like a seminary school too, like where I'm supposed to be like a reverend father. So like I was in church for like 5 times a day, and I was part of the choir. So I've always been around music all my life.
All right. So I think that really built you up to set you on the path of music. And your debut album, that is Citizen of the World, I believe.
Citizen of the World.
that was your debut album. How was the reception
Yeah.
like around the album, and what do you think you've learned since then to now release the
Um,
coming up in 2 days?
um, Season of the War is an amazing project. Is literally a project that I planted in the world as a seed, which I can't wait to see it reach its full potential. And as an artist, that project changed my life, and the main aim of that project was for me to let people know that there's no boundaries to my music. So, and this is me telling the world that I am a global citizen. I am not of just one place. Do you get? And I want to see people smile. I want to see people get, you know, just put a smile on people's face from just listening to every track on that project. And for the things that I've learned, I just know that from now on, the Continental playlist is my first ever project as an independent artist. So this is not an album now. This is like an EP, a 7-track EP. So there's going to be more, you know, EPs from me before my next album. So I think that's one thing I want to do. I don't want to just release album every year because I feel like my album, I literally have to take my time, to put in whatever emotions or feeling I want to put in.
Mhm. All right.
Yeah.
I see that, of course, that curve of learning. I think it's important. Maybe if other artists also looked at it like that, maybe do your own thing for a minute before releasing albums.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So
Yeah.
what can we look forward to? I know we've had 2 tracks already. There's that and La remix with Techno, but maybe actually,
Yeah.
first of all, how is it like working with Techno?
Amazing. Techno is a great artist. Like Techno is blessed. And the way this song happened, blew my mind because I just thought about it and I was with my friend, Young Willis, give them. And we were just randomly having a conversation. I was like, yo, I hear techno on this. Do you like hear him? Do you hear what I'm hearing? Like he's like, yeah, sure. Send it to me. I should send him. He said I should send him the record.
Oh.
And he sent it to Techno. And the next day in the morning, Techno sent me back his verse and was like, I went crazy.
Must have been.
I went crazy.
Yeah, and now we have On God as well. That's already out. A very different type of sound, and I really like how you're able to move from Afro beats to when you're doing something mellow and nice. I had actually looked up on the visualizer. Are you planning to do another video for the song?
On God. Yeah, there's a video for On God.
Mm-hmm.
I already shot a video for On God. And On God is a song of like gratitude. It's me saying thank you, God. It's me saying that you're not alone. Like I'm not alone. Literally everything I do is on God. So it's an affirmation record. Like it's a record of like thanks. And the project basically is me letting people know where I'm at currently, my space.
Mm-hmm.
So we're on God. I can't wait to put out the visuals. I can't wait for you guys to see what I did with the visuals.
Yeah, sure thing, man. And even the visualizer is already
It's
ready
all,
to have a look at. And there's more tracks coming here. Of course, I see including other collaborations. And so far, I think you've been trying to reach to as many artists as possible to do a collaboration. Is there any sound that is interesting in this side of the world, in East Africa? Maybe a Kenyan artist that you've listened to, something that you'd like to hop onto for collaboration in the near future? You being
there's a lot.
gentle boy.
Yeah, there's a lot. Literally, that's what um the continental sound is about. I love fusing, you know. I love fusing different sounds. And I love South Soul. I
Oh,
want to make something with South Soul. Yeah. And a
yeah.
lot of them. A lot. A lot of people doing great music out there. And me, I'm about like I'm gonna come out to like Kenya soon, and I want to like connect with the artists there and just make amazing records. I'm
Nice.
about synergy. If I feel like the energy, we make great records together.
Okay. That's amazing, man. I can't wait to receive you in Kenya. So we can see
Me
what kind of
too.
projects
I
you
can't
can.
wait to come out there.
Yeah, definitely. I remember some time back looking at some of your work as well. You said that your biggest desire, of course, is to be great. Your ambition is greatness. Yeah, that's the thing that you want to achieve the most. Do you take
Yeah.
time to also appreciate as well the journey that you've come? I think your star is shining in as far as music is concerned. Your stardom is here now. Do you take time also to maybe as you pursue greatness. Greatness being a thing that we do for a lifetime. Do you take time to appreciate and sit down and see how far you've come, which is a really impressive journey?
Um, I'm not gonna lie, I don't, which is not good. But I think recently I just started like, taking in everything because, is great. It's very important that you look back and see how far you've come so you can appreciate and really, really take in. So like I think I'm doing that more now, and I'm gonna say like that keeps me like up and going because I want to go far. I want to go far. I still have my journey to go to still cover. So it keeps me up and going,
Mhm.
just thinking about that.
Yeah, and I think I realized that with lyrics in on God. Your blessings are not made in China. God
Yeah,
has bestowed them
yeah, on God.
on. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
And
it's not made
actually,
in China.
it's a good way, of course. It's in its own regard a way of you celebrating your journey so far and giving thanks to
Yeah,
God. I think we all resonate, and I'm sure that's your aim for us to all to resonate with the message in the music.
exactly. To relate, to
Yeah,
connect.
yeah, sure thing. Maybe lastly, to as we are still speaking about lyrics, I was having a look at your Man on Duty, 50 bottles of mania.
Oh, it's like 50 bottles of alcohol, drinks,
Okay,
50 bottles.
so
Like
is mania like a brand
Maya
of
is like it's like and from the eastern side, like the Igbos, they call drinks, like they call a drink Maya. So
uh,
that's what we call drink in Igbo.
mania?
Igbo culture, they call drink Maya.
Maya. Okay. I'll be sure to get me a Maya after this to celebrate this. This one.
Yeah.
There's this line also, Makano, Makono, Bueno Kuro. My accent is
Like
wrong, sorry. Yeah,
Makanobu
I'm
no
sure.
Kurofo.
Yeah,
Makanobu no Kurofo, Werokana.
I always say my own stuff when it gets to that part of the song. What's that?
It's
What's that?
like
What does that mean?
it means if the time is not four, we are not going home. There's no way we're going home like the time is not four.
Okay. We're here.
If you know if the time doesn't get to four, we are not leaving here. We are gonna party till it's 4 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it. This was a banger during the COVID pandemic. We really
yeah.
had fun with it.
Abena.
Yeah. But thank you very much, King Perry, for creating time. And I'm hoping, of course, when you come through to Kenya, we can get to have you here in person and have this conversation
Oh,
live on the screens.
I'm coming out soon.
Yeah.
Kenya.
Okay,
Yeah,
definitely. Looking forward to see you, man, and all the best in your journey. So far, so
me
good. I can't
too.
wait
Thank
to
you.
hear this EP that is dropping in 2 days. You can find it in all streaming platforms. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Like I can't wait for it to be out because they're amazing songs. I have Wonder Banton on the record. I have Victoni on the record. I have Ria Sean on the project. There's a lot. There's a lot right now, and there's a lot of things that I have currently for my fans and for like everybody who love good music. Also part of investing too. Right
Mm.
now, you can also listen. and while you listen to music, you can make money on it. And I just announced that on my page. It's a movement called Art Split. Is an idea. It's a very unique idea now. So like, I also urge all my fans, all my King Perry fans out there in Kenya, you can now invest in your favorite artist's music. Whatever music you love, you can invest. So and the project, so you have the opportunity to invest in the project now. So while I celebrate millions of streams, you can also be at home making money too. And the app is AdSplit.
Okay, so we check that out. Is it somewhere on your socials as well?
Yeah, it's on my page.
Okay.
ARTSPLIT.com, AdSplit.
Oh yeah, definitely. We'll be checking that out and ensure that we are reaping from your stardom as you keep rising. We also
Exactly.
rise with you, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was going to wrap it up, but I just remembered one thing. The Grammys happened the other day, and I'm sure in Nigeria the conversation, of course, happening. A couple of artists having won, but there's also that small issue that is being, highlighted. That is, why are our artists like Burna Boy not getting a Grammy this time around? And I just wanted to know your reaction in regards to awards and artists. How much does that mean to you as King Perryy? Are you someone who's out to, I must get a Grammy? If I don't get a Grammy, that doesn't validate my work? Or how would you describe that to maybe other artists also to think about it?
I don't think awards should validate your work first, and like big shout out to like the Grammys the Grammys for always encouraging, people. It's good to encourage, it's good to give people their flowers, but I don't think that should validate your work. And big shout out to Burna. Burna is a great artist. Without the Grammys, with the Grammys or without the Grammys, Burna is a legend. You get so that's it. If he didn't win, that doesn't stop him from being a legend.
Yeah.
He's still a legend, and that's it. He has it. He has the Grammy. So like, big shout out to Thames. Congrats to Thames. I mean, she's a beautiful singer and she deserves it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So hopefully that other artists just concentrate on the journey with or without the awards. It's what I'm getting from you.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to every artist to know what motivates them and to know what know their like goals and everything. But to me, speaking about me, that's my own concern about it. But yeah, to every other artist, put in work, and the aim should be expressing your feelings through your music, so the world can connect to it. I mean, my music is what feelings sound like. So music is supposed to be what feelings sound like. People should listen to music and gain from it and be able to like learn from just music. It doesn't matter what you're preaching. So I feel like that is the aim. Like that should be, and every other thing comes after that.
Okay. Thank you. I think we'll close with that very important message that you sent out to artists. But first, because I really, really, really love Man on Duty, and I'm sure by now you've noticed that, I wanted to see if if we can get a reaction, maybe get a fast verse from you as it plays, and then
okay.
You can tell the people to continue tuning in to
TV. Bless.
All right, thank you, man, and have a good day. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Bless.
Going up now. Say me not like to calm down. Say no go reason somehow. See now Baba got it on my wrist. Now me raise me good now. Make I toast a good life. And YOLO make me chop life. No reason come my way. Everything I did do is on God. I'ma step in on God. And they show me support. And they bless my pocket, yo. I'ma do it on God. I'ma step in on God. I'ma show it on God. They bless my pocket, yo.
Alright, and that's King Perryy Continental playlist has already dropped by the 10th of February 2023. Keep listening to it. A couple of tracks there, also having collaborations from Nigeria and outside of Nigeria. He's looking forward to visiting Kenya. So if you're a Kenyan artist who's watched this interview, be sure to reach out to us so that maybe you can get to connect to King Perryy and we hear that, of course, interchange of sounds between Kenya and Nigeria. But until the next conversation here, my name has been Richard Okenye. See you in the next one.
Thank God for the air I breathe. Thank God for family. Everything I do is on God. I'm a stepping son God. And they show me support.